shot, Babu. The Facebook game is in the building.
Into the end zone! Five Nations, stand up!
Let me turn my hat around backwards, man. I just want to say this. I've been on record, and I never switched up how I said. I said, yes, Kendrick Lamar did his thing in the rap beef. It was great for the West Coast. Yes, I think J. Cole won the battle because he got out of it. He didn't have to have his name dragged through the mud. He dropped 2 projects, which I said J. Cole is going to drop the best music of the trio over the course of the next few years, which he dropped Might Delete later, and the double disc of the Fall Off. We got a lot of music from J. Cole. Kendrick Lamar dropped GNX. It dropped. I listened to it a little bit when it first came out, and I haven't listened to it since. Because I said, when the battle is over, take the disc records out and just who's got the best music in the next 5 years. I said, it's not like I'm going to stop listening to Drake because of the rap battle. I could care less. Like Drake, I like the music that Drake makes. Like, I like all 3 of them. J. Cole is my favorite. I think Drake is the biggest artist, and Kendrick Lamar is very creative. But saying all that to say this, Drake did what Pooh Shiesty should have done. I'm facing some public scrutiny. People playing with my money. What should I do? The label got the leverage. Chill for 2 years. Nobody knew about this. $10 million rollout. A whole movie to the album dropping. Dropped 3 different albums the same day. My contract is complete. I'm going to run it up the numbers on these albums. I'm going to tour. I'm going to go overseas after that. And then I'll be back in 18 months and I'm a free agent. If you're going to give me $1 billion and my masters and give me a part of the label, or I'll just stay independent and I'm Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just do another $10 million rollout. I don't need your budget. I got my own budget. So it's just to show that, like, this is what you should do, Pooh Shiesty. You shouldn't have crashed out and robbed Gucci Mane. You should have done what Drake did, which is, let me ask y'all this question. We've been having this conversation for a while. What's more gangster? Dropping 3 albums and getting off the label and being a billionaire rapper? Or sitting in federal prison facing a life sentence because you robbed your... I think what Drake did is more gangster than Pooh Shiesty. Changed my mind. All right, so I just thought that this whole Iceman rollout was genius. I think he was patient. I think he took everything on the chin, and now I'm interested in watching the comments of people who are upset at Drake that he's getting to have his day. He's getting his get back. He's getting to pop his shit at all the people that he felt like switched up on him, the people that took shots at him. Because I thought the one whack thing about this entire rap beef was that once Kendrick Lamar and Drake started going at it, like 55,000 rappers came out the woodwork and tried to jump like it was Royal Rumble. And then, like, everything happened and we all thought Drake was counted out. In some kind of way, Drake is still alive at the end of the Royal Rumble and he's on top. And when they make him the owner of him, you know, pulling off the Michael Jackson move, which is like he's gonna have 3 top albums. He's gonna be like the most streamed, the most numbers, the most this, the most that. Break Michael Jackson's record. He's gonna drop some more extra stuff. Like, bro, having Future, 21 Savage, and Quavo still on the album. Like, I mean, what else can you say about Drake? Whether you love Drake or you hate Drake, you have to respect the play that people thought he was dead. He did not die. He resurrected. He sat up like the Undertaker. And look at this masterpiece. Look at this masterpiece. Do I like the music? I love the music. Bro, I told y'all, like, I like Drake's music. I don't care if Kendrick Lamar had to fire this song to him. I told y'all when it happened, I'm still probably going to listen to more Drake than Kendrick Lamar. It's not because I don't like Kendrick Lamar. I like all 3. It's just the fact that, like, J. Cole I'm going to listen to the most. Drake is I'm gonna listen to second, and then Kendrick Lamar naturally third. I don't think nothing could have happened different in the rap battle that would have changed the way I listen to and consume their music. Drake know how to put music together. He knew how to do songs. Like he was popping his shit like an introspective. That's the Drake that I like. I like the Drake that's introspective, that's talking some fly shit, you know, like talking about some females, you know what I'm saying? Like, and me and Mont got this thing we say in the shop. If you don't like Drake, you probably ain't one of them dudes that, you know what I'm saying, with the girl. You probably ain't nice with the ladies. Change my mind. Change my mind that somebody, the same way I told y'all about the Titans jerseys. I'm like, I can't listen to nobody with no drip tell me about the Titans jerseys. Bro, I don't want to listen to drill music all day. I like listening to Drake and J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. I don't want to hear nobody talk about just sliding down the street, shooting up your grandma's house all day. You get bored of doing that. Let me hear some fly shit. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Drake doing what Tory Lanez stated, cracker in the industry. And then when he burned down the bot form, you gotta respect it. You gotta respect him burning down the bot form. Because exactly, Tory Lanez started talking about this exactly thing that Drake is doing, and they tried to take him out. Like, let's be fair. An open-minded individual that hates Drake could look at the situation objectively 2 years later and say, they tried to Michael Jackson him. He's about to be the all-time biggest artist of all time. And here's a chance for the label to devalue somebody who they're going to have to rework $1 billion deal with. So what better thing to do is to devalue him before his contract comes up? What did they do to running backs the last 2-3 years? They started trying to devalue Derrick Henry and CMC and Saquon. And then what happens? Derrick Henry runs for 1,900 yards for the Ravens. Saquon has like arguably the best running back year in the history of the NFL. 2,000 yard season in the Super Bowl. CMC goes crazy for the last couple years and gets the 49ers to the Super Bowl. Like K9 goes crazy in the last Super Bowl as the MVP and gets $15 million a year. And now all of a sudden, Jeremiah Love gets drafted 3 to the Cardinals, and people are now saying that running backs are valuable again. It's just ownership trying to devalue positions and players because they don't want to pay a big deal. And you know, if Drake took his time off, the hip hop market literally went straight into the gutter, and now he's bringing it right back because everybody can't get a Drake feature. When you know that Drake has to say like, yeah, I'm gonna be on his album, for them to release your budget, like the dude is the elephant in the room in hip hop, and nobody wanted to admit it. But it's the truth, and now they're gonna have to pay like a way because he bet on himself. He did what good players do. Good players say, all right, I got y'all. I'm gonna sign a 1-year deal. I'm gonna have everybody say I'm washed. Let me come back and lead the league in every category, and now you gotta pay me. That's basically what this is. And if they don't give him $1 billion, do you know how much money Drake is going to make streaming and putting out music independent? If the time that these rappers have been complaining and dogging and talking trash talking him, and he's put 3 albums out, if you put in the Party Next Door album, which was a throwaway album, he's put 4 albums out in the time since the rap beef, and all 4 of those albums are going to do bigger numbers than anybody in hip hop. And he's going to have that stat sheet coming into with his lawyers to say like, I need to own half the building like Michael Jackson. I need half of Sony, and I need to I need my chicken up front. You think it was lazy bars? What was lazy about Iceman? Bro, put Iceman in, put your headphones on, and just zone out. You know what I did? I got in the car and listened to the whole Iceman record. Then I went for a jog and I ran my 5K, listened to the Iceman record. Listen to him. This is not lazy bars. This is not lazy bars. You like Iceman the best? They said they should have stabbed him and double tapped him when he was on top, but they did. They should have finished him. Like they thought he was dead. Now watch, all these rappers from DJ Khaled to Rick Ross, all of them, they're all trying to backtrack because you know who the smart rappers is? Future, Quavo, 21 Savage. They gonna still get their Drake feature and their budget gonna drop. What do you mean? Malik's like 3 mid albums. Drake's mid is better than everybody else's best albums in the last 2 years. I want to ask y'all, for people that don't like Drake, when is the last fucking time you listen to GNX? I swear to God, I ain't heard none of you niggas play it or ever even have it in your car. I've never got in anybody's car, walked in nobody's house, and they was playing GNX. Outside of Not Like Us, you niggas is not playing the album. If you ain't no West Coast dicky wearing nigga, I swear to God, you ain't played no GNX. You haven't. Joe Blacko say he lost his touch. Nigga drop an album and 24 hours later, this nigga be like, man, that shit ain't fire. Till they be hanging out and listening to the shit objectively, not waiting to listen to see who he dissing, and then you like, damn, this nigga done drop some gas. Man, talk to him, Hendrix. Won't be able to find unless he showed it to you. That's the best music. Underground music truly is the best. He said, wasn't Drake asking for the smoke though? Yeah, but I'm like, this is the thing. The whole entire industry, man, Drake is the equivalent of The Rock walked out, Hulk Hogan walked out, the whole Wolfpack, NWO, WCW, ECW, everybody started running to the ring. You remember the old Royal Rumble when everybody, Drake is in the middle and the whole WWE ran to the ring. And by the time the shit is over, this nigga is still the last nigga standing. Change my, like, show me a nigga that was beefing with Drake that dropped some shit that's still good. It's a victim narrative. It's not victim narrative. This nigga, from Family Matters to now, this nigga been sitting here popping his shit, fighting everybody that came at him. Yes, he got beat up a little bit with niggas jumping him. But you remember when Cam Newton was fighting them niggas? And they're like, damn, the hat didn't even come off his head. That's what that shit looked like to me. A whole industry trying to end the nigga, and the nigga is still there. Like, think about it. Y'all saying Drake album is mid. What the fuck is Young Thug's music now without Gunna? That shit is dog shit. I can't even tell you one song that Young Thug's dropped since he been out of the feds. Not one fucking song. GNX, ain't nobody still listening to GNX. Find me a nigga like Dirt and them gone. Lil Baby dropped some aight music. I ain't heard Lil Baby be the old Lil Baby since the YSL Atlanta shit. Future still could pop an album and be hot, but Future then went back with Drake. Who? Meek Mill? Any of these? Show me any of these niggas that got an album that y'all listen to. Man, CP from 3, bro, it's shit. Niggas is just niggas listen with the intention of I'm not going to like it, but y'all still listening to it. Think about it. If it was really mid, like the rest of these rap niggas, you wouldn't even listen to it. You listening to it because it's Drake, and you know this shit sound good, but in your mind you saying, man, that shit ain't that fire. To me, it's like a nigga saying, man, look, I can't wait for LeBron to lose in the play. This nigga is like 50 years old going ball, playing with his son, and still beat the shit out of Kevin Durant in the first series with no Luka Doncic and no Austin Reeves. Niggas will watch that shit and still be like, I know the nigga 50 years old. He just did a reverse windmill from the free throw line, but man, this shit ain't that. The dunk wasn't that nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, the heroes we grew up watching at 40 years old, niggas was in a fucking wheelchair. Like, you have to just give a nigga their credit. Sometimes you gotta give a nigga their credit. It's like the niggas that didn't like Tom Brady on the Buccaneers. Like, man, Brady ain't the old Brady. Like, bitch threw for 5,000 yards at 45 years old. He said West Coast niggas ain't even. I know West Coast niggas ain't bumping GNX like that. They talking about Baby Keem. Your wife played Luther a lot. One fucking song. And notice you said your wife played it. You didn't even say you play it. You see what I'm saying? You making my fucking point. I mean, Hendrix, he crashed the platform. Definitely gonna be dancing with their kids. He said plot twist, the best song from. I like Make 'Em Pay. I like Make 'Em Pay. It's some shit he like the song classic on the this shit sound like some 90s R&B. Y'all gotta remember, Drake ain't like the guy who gotta make drill rap when he 50. The older Drake get, he can just make R&B albums. If Drake just makes straight R&B albums, they're gonna be better than all the R&B niggas except for Chris Brown. He said Thug can't rap like he used to. Drake and Kanye finna do a collab. I don't know if that's gonna come. I don't know if that's gonna ever materialize. I'd rather see Drake and Future go back in there, or Tory Lanez get out of jail and Drake do an album with Tory Lanez. GNX released 2 years ago. Niggas wasn't listening to it when it dropped. That's the whole point. Bro, I still listen to Might Delete Later. I still listen to old Drake. I still listen to Gunna old music. I still listen, like, bro, classic music is classic music. It stay in my rotation. I still listen to old T.I. I still listen to like old music. Niggas is not, I don't know nobody who like, man, you know what that shit remind me of? It's like I was arguing with a nigga about their list and they had Eminem in there. And Eminem's a great rapper. He's like one of the greatest lyricists of all time, and his numbers is ungodly, right? But what fucking album do you ever put in your car of Eminem do you actually listen to? He ain't on no workout playlist. He ain't on your fucking playlist. Like, that's what that shit is. Drake music is shit that you listen to. Drake is going, like, bro, I mean, Drake is just Drake, nigga. Like, at some point, y'all gotta just admit Drake is Drake, nigga. He said, what song on Iceman has longevity? Bro, I'm finna be listening to Drake. This Drake Iceman gonna be like Views. I'm gonna be listening to this shit a decade from now. I still listen to Views. I still listen to Thank Me Later. I still listen to Drake projects. There's nobody going back listening to these other niggas, bro. You need a Tory Lanez at Chris Brown. I can see that because Tory Lanez said Chris Brown was the only person that helped him with money when he was in jail. It said, look up the numbers, don't speculate. We already know what Drake numbers is doing. Old Drake has longevity. His recent music don't have that anymore. That's cap. He said Hov still the GOAT. Man, he gonna be on the Epstein list. While we talking about Drake, why niggas talking about A minor, Jay-Z gonna be on the Epstein list. And I'm gonna be fair, I'm not a Jay-Z hater. I'll always have like Jay-Z. But guess what? Pac, Nas, and Big. Jay-Z was old or them niggas when during that time when I grew up, 95, 96, the golden era of hip hop. Jay-Z was in the background. Pac, Nas, and Big was the big three. It wasn't Jay-Z. Niggas had to die for Jay-Z to get up there. Nas smoked this nigga. Nas my favorite rapper, but I still like Jay-Z. I feel like what Jay-Z has done in the hip hop game, I can't take nothing away from Hov, and Hov is a great rapper, but he's not my GOAT. He's not my GOAT. He's not my GOAT. Just because I felt like when all these niggas was at their prime, this nigga was not in the big three. He said that's your perspective though. Some people see it differently. But Joe Blacko, most people who don't like Drake can't tell you why they don't like Drake. It's like when Kobe was on top, it's niggas that don't like Kobe, but they don't know why they don't like Kobe. They don't like Jordan, they can't tell you why they don't like Jordan. They don't like Tom Brady, they can't tell you why they don't like Tom Brady. They don't like Mahomes, they can't tell you why they don't like Mahomes. They just tell you they don't like him. They don't like LeBron, they can't tell you why they don't like LeBron. They don't like Curry, they can't tell you. Most of the time, like niggas at the top, people just dislike them for whatever reason. Y'all niggas that don't like Drake are bigger fans than niggas who are fans of Drake. Y'all talk about Drake stans, but niggas who don't like don't like Drake's album are the first niggas to listen to it. Niggas like, bro, the album come out at midnight. It's niggas that don't like Drake. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, yeah, I don't fuck with that shit. That I listen to all 3 albums 10 times over. And yeah, that shit ain't it to me. It should me like. I promise to God, that's how y'all niggas look. Y'all niggas look like when you don't like somebody, bro. I promise it'll be times when like niggas have been and got the damn pamphlet to read Drake's lyrics and dissect them shit in the AI sorter that don't like Drake. If I don't like a nigga's music, I just don't listen to the nigga. Y'all niggas hate Drake so much you love him. People that are trolls that hate something usually have more energy than the people that actually like him. I swear to God. GNX wasn't trash. It was an album for the West Coast. It wasn't necessarily an album for the world. And I respect that because he's paying homage. He said Eminem ain't the GOAT. Hell no. Bro, Eminem fans will tell you, like, what fucking album do you put in from Eminem? Eminem's a great rapper. But nigga, there's never been a time in my life that I'm like, man, I need to listen to Eminem today to get right. Not one fucking time in my life. He said Drake. No, but like, this Drake is good. This Drake is fired up. This Drake will pump music out. This Drake, because he's mad, he put out 3 albums and all that shit finna dwarf the whole industry. Drake and Gunna gonna collab? Drake, I think, got more ties to Thug than Gunna, but Thug's music is ass now though. He said, do I like this Drake album? I like all 3 of them. Malik say stop. Malik, keep it a buck, man. Keep it a stack, Malik. What other album outside of J. Cole have y'all niggas listened to this year? The whole Atlanta that went in the trash can. You know, I wasn't mentioned SC5's Michael Jackson at I know they haven't, but hey, Rabbit, it's disrespectful to Michael Jackson that they dropped his movie and they never talked about Neverland Ranch was there to save kids. Now, take a step back. Look at the shit in totality now, right? Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch was to save kids. They made it look like this nigga was a pedophile because he's about to own all of Sony. He gonna be the majority partner. The instant that he's gonna own majority partner and they figure out Michael Jackson got too much power, Michael Jackson all of a sudden go from saving kids to he's that. Now, fast forward, we got people who we know for a certain are on this list and are part of this. We can't get the Epstein list. I guarantee Michael Jackson not on the Epstein list. I guarantee he's not. But all the people that are, like, suppressed, like, we finna go to World War III and all kind of shit. Gas prices $10 a gallon before they tell us who on that list. But I know Michael Jackson ain't on that damn list. He said they don't like Drake because he make that girl dance and they can't. Damn. He said when Jay speak, the industry listen. The only person that has more cultural impact is Ye. I'm not taking nothing away from Jay, but Jay not my GOAT. Bro, I'm saying, like, I'm 43 years old. I remember what shit was. Nigga, there was Pac, Nas, and Big. Jay-Z was not in the fucking equation. 10 years later, this nigga matriculated as a businessman, leaving Rockefeller and doing the shit on his own to be what he was. And then he had Ye with him, and it just made magic. I can't take that away from Hov. But nigga, like, he's never gonna be my GOAT. Nigga, if I sit there and watch Michael Jordan be Michael Jordan in the time that he was Jordan, I can't go take Dominique Wilkins or Clyde Drexler and put them niggas above Jordan when I seen what Jordan did to them niggas. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can't go have revisionist history and go back and say, like, at the time when the big 3 was out, when we talking about like artists and lyricism, and then like to have these conversations, it's like some people are too young, some people don't remember shit right correctly, how Alzheimer's. Nigga, like Jay-Z is huge in the hip hop industry, and I like Jay-Z, but Jay-Z ain't my GOAT. People hate greatness. They starting to hate SGA now. Like, bro, I seen some niggas talking down on SGA, and I'm like, SGA is cooking the league right now. Not see a talent like Drake for a long time, and they was trying to bury him. Like, I know a person simple-minded when they start thinking about the lawsuit and think Drake was suing Kendrick. No, this nigga is just getting ahead of some shit. He's exposing the industry and saying, nigga, y'all be talking about the man. Nigga, that's what they're doing to you now. They realize I'm too powerful and they're going to try to bury me. And if they ever to bury Drake, it's going to be easy to bury any other artist. Because what happens to content creators? Right now, if I go show y'all my analytics and I show y'all that Mike Vrabel post got 1 million views, I know how much money 1 million view posts do right now from on Facebook. I told y'all in the last stream how much it's worth. The very next stream I went live, it said 39 people seen my live stream. How the fuck do you have 1 million views on a post and your very next post have 39 people view it? These industries can do whatever they want. They can force feed some shit to you, or they can suppress some shit. You just have to find a way to get in the algorithm, and Drake just exposed that shit. But people will be so mad that it's like the 6ix9ine shit. You just hate the messenger. Like, we're gonna watch 10 niggas rat, and the one nigga we don't like can rat, and we like, yeah, we hate this rat, but these niggas is alright. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hypocrisy. They don't like Brady because he wasn't on his team. Fact that Jay my GOAT, but Reasonable Doubt was not in the mix when Pac, Nas, and Big was. And see, Reasonable Doubt might have been Jay's best album in like the first 5 albums that he dropped, but he was talking over his fans' head. He had to dumb himself down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in the same people that he had to dumb his music down for, is like, y'all like him now. Like, how the fuck you like Jay-Z now, but you didn't like Reasonable Doubt? You ain't a real hip hop fan. Like, niggas bars be over your head. If Jay-Z got to dumb down his music for you to like it, like, of course you're not gonna like Nas. He said, so how many hits? The Spotify and the streaming numbers about to show you how many hits. Nigga, I listened to the whole Iceman. I ain't skip shit. Now, mind you, I'm jogging through my neighborhood for an hour and I didn't skip not one song. I just let the Iceman rock. Those are the type of albums I like. The fall off of the off season. I like albums that I can rock out to. Nigga, I'm 43. I ain't in the club, so I don't need a booty shaking anthem for me to say the album is fire. I just know if I put this album in, I let these 18 songs rock out. Do I skip this shit? Or is this shit riding to me? It worked today. Chick-fil-A. Not one car in how Drake had 1,000 cars. GNX did 319. Yeah, and the Drake Party Next Door album did that shit on a throwaway album. Bro, if we try and get into numbers, like Kendrick Lamar's numbers, like in the totality of his career next to Drake is not, bro, come on, man. We finna do that. When the numbers come back from this Iceman shit, like that shit gonna put all the numbers in a box, bro. Like, what we talking about numbers for? He said Drake gonna grow on you. Surprise album. Niggas be saying surprise album like these niggas. Like, for one, these niggas be having these albums and these rollouts and this shit cleared for a long time, bro. I'm 43. I'm not finna buy a nigga did a surprise album. Bro, you just heard academics say these niggas secretly flying to Toronto and shit, and this shit been done for a minute. Like, nobody knew Drake was dropping 3 albums. But it's people that knew he had 3. It's somebody that's sitting around, that's sitting on this shit for months. Nigga don't get 3 albums through a label that you beefing with and niggas not know that this nigga had 3 albums. Identify me and jump. This album mid, bro, stop it. I know who, bro, it's only one nigga from Georgia Road I know. Said the fall off did 280 the first week. I like the fall off better than I like GNX though. What does that mean? I like J. Cole better than all 3 of these niggas. Just to be fair. I like J. Cole music better than Drake and Kendrick. But I like Kendrick. I have my times where I listen to Kendrick. I listen to Drake a lot, but it's not like Drake's not my favorite artist. So this ain't coming from a nigga who in love with Drake, pause, and just listen to Drake at some Drake stand. This a nigga who like equally like all these niggas. I just like good music. I told y'all when the shit dropped, like I don't give a shit about no diss records, nigga. I want to hear some music. What these niggas gonna do after the beef over? Like, are you gonna give me some shit I can listen to? He said that House album ass, that Habibi album straight. I know you gonna like the R&B shit. Nigga. Hey, listen. Hey, look. Let me be frank. Any nigga that hasn't ever got bitches or been around females and had their way like Drake, you can't deny some of his music is going 50% of his music is gonna resonate just off that alone. Nigga, I'm not riding around hot boxing in no car listening to drill music all day, talking about how I want to slide on my op, nigga. And I want to slide on some panties off and listen to some Drake talk about fucking in the trials and tribulations of being faded and fly fucking with some women. So, nigga, I like to listen to Drake music. Most of these niggas can't do that. Tory Lanez is good at that shit. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas that's fought Gunna is good at that shit. That's why I told y'all when the whole YSL shit, I said Thug is shooting himself in the foot. Cause guess what? Thug can't make no music without Gunna and Baby. That shit pop. He better call Drake back. But Future smart. Future ran his ass back over there. Hey, look. And then, oh my God, bro. Like when I oh man, this nigga Metro Boomin, bro. Like, y'all gotta see this shit. Y'all gotta see this shit. This nigga Metro Boomin, nigga. This nigga go. See, look. Y'all talk about Drake. But these niggas came for this nigga's throat. These niggas tried to end this nigga career. They tried to do everything they could do to bury Drake. How you gonna have the song that kicked the beef off, and then when this nigga Drake dropped, this nigga posted this shit, this goofy shit. Keep that negativity far away from me. Nigga, you're at the source of the beef. You can't get out of the way when a nigga return fire. By the way, one of my favorite songs, Kevin Gates, Steppers, just because he said, I ain't gonna say shit when you shoot at me, but when I shoot back at you, you have to be able to take it, pause. You know what I'm saying? So when I seen this nigga Metro, that was killing this nigga in the comments. Nigga said, Metro, shut your ass up, make some drugs, nigga. The first thing I seen was that, and the nigga said Metro watching Future and Drake on ran to Atlanta. Like, and see, this the thing about beefs in person and content in hip hop. You have to be careful, cause it's just like a nigga with that girl. You don't want to be too loud in the room, cause when they make up, you gonna be the odd man out. You ain't gonna be invited to the house and to the wedding and the baby shower and shit. So when I seen this shit, when this nigga said Metro watching Future and Drake, I know there had to be a sick feeling, him sitting in the studio watching Future do a song with Drake, talking about ran to Atlanta without a Metro Boomin beat after this nigga was in the middle of the rap beef. And now you got 21 Savage and Future, which is Metro Boomin's like two closest partners in the music industry. If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. Is with Drake on the album. There's got to be a sinking feeling now that it's like, damn, now keep the negativity away from me. That ain't how that shit work. That ain't how that shit work. The Marshall Mathers, but that was 20 years ago. Man, you ain't putting no fucking Eminem on your car. Jay more business. Jay was in the background and his pocket Biggie died. How am I hating on Jay-Z? I said Jay-Z is one of my favorite artists. I said I like Jay-Z. He's just not my GOAT. When I say somebody not my GOAT, all right, case in point. You was a Kobe fan. I was a McGrady fan. I never said McGrady was better than Kobe. I'm like, man, Kobe that nigga I hate, because that nigga always gonna choke the niggas out. So when it's all said and done, I'm like, well, you gotta respect that nigga Kobe. That nigga was not my favorite hooper, but in that era, that nigga Kobe was that nigga, bro. You see how that works? I can say Jay-Z is not my GOAT and say during the time that the big three was out there, Jay-Z was not in the big three, and that's why he can't ever be my GOAT. Like, me and you were Nas fans. So let's see. Pac my GOAT. Of course, they had to find somebody else to push once they was gone. Pac is the eternal GOAT. He buried his damn self. Hard Part 6 was terrible. Kendrick gonna thank Drake later for what he's doing. This label ain't easy. Manipulating the algorithm. The thing about it is, let's be fair. All these rap niggas are on bad contracts. Like, you remember when the Migos tried to fight Joe Budden when Joe Budden asked them was they on the 360? Lil Yachty and all them got mad. But then when QCP sold them niggas catalog for $500 million, niggas was mad. Like, bro, this niggas trying to tell you, like, man, y'all niggas are signing bad deals. Agreed, Jay was not in the picture in the midnight as far as the top 3 reasons why it was a classic. For sure. Drake is an amazing artist and definitely gets mad players from me, but who his competition? Kendrick doesn't drop often, neither does Cole. Back in the 90s, 2000, everybody was rapping bars, had big puns, super shit. But that's the thing, though. It's like, the thing about it is, like, I appreciate you saying, yes, Drake is an amazing artist. He's at the top of the game. I just thought it was corny when this rap beef started that everybody all of a sudden didn't like Drake, and I was like, nigga, how y'all niggas is gonna do y'all concert if y'all can't rap Drake lyrics? You know how corny that is? If I went to a Rick Ross concert and this nigga, like, in all the big songs was like cut Drake vocals out. It said Drake and Party's album did 249 the first week, and I'm not even a Party fan. The nigga I like that do shit like that is fucking Tory Lanez. I think Tory Lanez that nigga. They fuck Jay-Z and them fuck my boy Tory Lanez up. Kendrick is when you're on your Malcolm X. J. Cole is when you want that old school hip hop, and Drake is the R&B getting the panties wet. That's fair. Say you might watch it from the nosebleeds, mad as fuck. Check the phone. Hey, that's the whole point. It said BBL Drizzy beat was wild, but Joe Blacko, you gotta respect the fact that Drake took the BBL shit and said, all right, I'm gonna go make a song with the BBL shit. He's definitely not in the front lines. Metro, like a medic in the backfield. But he was like, see, that's the whole point. When you start some shit, you can't control the return fire. And they both floated on a beat without Metro. Yeah, I mean, like that song, when I heard Kendrick Lamar on that song, I said, oh my God, this nigga's going crazy. And then he did Not Like Us. I said, damn, this nigga's going crazy. But I immediately said, like, but how the album gonna sound though? Because Kendrick don't drop albums often. So it's like, a nigga that ain't gonna drop an album for 3-4 more years, what am I finna get outside of this diss record? And when he dropped the West Coast album, I was like, bro. Because, like, all right, when it comes to West Coast, Snoop could make everybody all around the world listen to his album. The Game probably is the second closest nigga on the West Coast to make everybody listen to his album. Outside of like the 90s of Ice Cube and Too Short and E40 and all them, right? But like in the modern era, Snoop, Game was palatable. They could transcend West Coast sound. Kendrick Lamar can do it, but Nipsey Hussle's Victory Lap to me was the last like West Coast album of a nigga that like, man, this nigga shit can play in New York, it could play in Atlanta, it could play in Miami. And it just sucked that like that's the album he put out when he died. Like that was an album that had like carrying power to me. And I don't even think he would have got the notoriety that he got if he wouldn't have died. Rest in peace. But it's like Kendrick Lamar such an introvert, and he put out albums so sporadically and such distance in it. that I was like waiting to see what he was gonna do outside the beef, and I'm like, he gonna win on the disc because he can rap. But when the album drop, the shit ain't gonna stay. Facts about Tory, man. Tory Lane's one of my favorite artists, period, bro. Tory, you ain't talking about some bitches. Tory Lane ain't talking about some bitches. If Jay-Z hear Drake and Tory on a song together, man, Jay-Z gonna cut his hair off and get the Caesar back and come out rapping with Beyonce with the bikini on. If he hear this nigga Tory Lanez and Drake on a song. Adrian Hart, what up? How I feel about the ghostwriter accusations? All these niggas have niggas writing songs with them and helping them in the booth. Like, this is my thing about hip hop. Nobody can convince me that Biggie in the booth with Jadakiss and Jadakiss ain't helping this nigga on a few bars or how to say some shit. Pac is in the booth with a whole bunch of niggas, and Dr. Dre gotta be telling the nigga to do sound this way or sound that way. That shit part of the game. I don't see Drake as no ghostwriter nigga to the point of, you remember when R. Kelly was writing love songs and shit and niggas whole love song album sound like another nigga singing R. Kelly? It's not that. But realistically, like, all these niggas have, like, you know, for the accusations of people saying Kendrick Lamar is in the booth with Baby Keem and Daylight and all these niggas, like, bro, niggas is helping each other write fucking hooks and coming up with shit. Like, that shit part of the game, bro. Like, I don't give a damn that Neo wrote Umbrella. I know Rihanna sung and performed the fuck out that shit. That's part of artistry. Like, now looking back on it, when you see Young Thug, right? Perfect example is Young Thug. There's Young Thug, but Rich Homie Quan sound in Young Thug when he got with Rich Gang made Young Thug shit better, right? Because Thug and Rich Homie Quan was like Thug and Gunna, Thug and Baby, or somebody before that ever happened, right? Then Thug got with Gunna. Gunna sound with Thug go up. Then you add in Lil Baby with Gunna and Lil Baby with Thug. Having another nigga in the booth with you like Jay-Z and Kanye, like the era of the Blueprint era of Jay-Z and Rockefeller with Kanye West making all the beats. Nigga, how the fuck you not gonna sound good if Kanye West making the beats for the whole label? You see what I'm saying? Like, Beats by the Pound of KLC for No Limit, Manny Fresh with Dr. Dre, like 50, of course 50 Cent and Game albums sound better with Dr. Dre, and Eminem sound better with Dr. Dre executive producing it. People say the same shit about Get Rich or Die Trying with Dre and Eminem in the booth with 50. But nigga, that's 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, bro, like, that's how I look at it. Cruising Camps, DMX with Rough Riders and fucking Swiss Beats and Dame Grease is a different sound. French Montana and Max B with Dame Grease. You know, you talk about like sledging with Wiz Khalifa. When certain niggas get with certain people and make certain sounds, even if you take Drake and Future and put them together, like with Metro Boomin beats, duh, nigga, like the shit sounds better. That's my personal perspective on that shit. He said Kendrick can do it. He just got to be dissing Drake for it to resonate. But that's why I'm saying, like, it's a stimulus package. Now it's gonna be in the right reverse of Kendrick if there's no Drake involved, and he take another 2-3 years and you don't get another album, and then Drake gonna been and drop 5 projects. Tory in my top 3, bro. Tory shit is so hard. I just hate they did that to my boy. Cole, your favorite of all, likewise. Wayne still the GOAT in my book, but my era was dedication and no ceiling. See, like, if a person a certain age told me Wayne was their favorite rapper and Wayne was their GOAT, I can't argue with them, right? But it's like, when I came up, like Lil Wayne was a kid. We talking about 8-Ball, MJG, UGK, Master P. We talking about 400 Degrees, Juvenile. We talking Ballin' G, Scarface, Ghetto Boys. Like so much Outkast, Goody Mob. You know, like T.I. Like, bro, the South has so much music and so many dogs. Like, for me being growing up in the era of Scarface and Outkast and Andre 3000, like, to me, far as like the substance of the music, Wayne never passed them. But far as artistry, and then him having Drake and Nicki, like, I ain't taking nothing away from Wayne. I used to tell my younger cousins, like, bro, if Wayne is your GOAT, I'm not gonna argue with you on Wayne being your GOAT. Because another part of being of what Wayne did that a lot of artists, when they got to the top, couldn't do, is he put other hot artists on. Like, Wayne was at the top million records in a week, and then Turner was on everybody's features in the world, and then turn around and had Drake and Nicki drop on Young Money. And when you talk about like that run that Wayne had, ain't no nigga ever put no Drake and Nicki out and then Wayne still selling 1 million records first week. Nobody did that shit, bro. Like, so it's like, I'm the type of person that respect people for their eras and what they did. So if somebody come and say like Wayne my GOAT, I'm not gonna argue with you. Say I put you on Tory Lanez music, and I got on Tory Lanez kind of late. Tory Lanez used to come on my running playlist, and that's how I got on Tory Lanez. I didn't really know Tory Lanez like that, but that Canada music, Tory Lanez, fucking Weeknd and Drake, that shit, I love that shit, bro. I respect your opinion, but factually, GNX spent 22 weeks at #1 on the Billboard. I don't think Iceman will come close to that. And look, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not knocking Kendrick Lamar. You making it seem like I'm saying like Kendrick Lamar, this is it. Bro, there ain't nan nigga ever in the history of music gonna have the numbers that Drake have. So it's like, to be arguing the numbers is saying, nigga, your biggest numbers is when you going against Drake. So ultimately, like, Drake, in the years that GNX and Kendrick Lamar was like on, right, allegedly like saying that like we all felt like Kendrick won the beef, right? Drake is still the #1 artist. Even in the event that we could all say the consensus, like when he dropped Not Like Us, you know, he edged the rap battle. You still go back and listen to Family Matters and look at all the numbers of the shit that Drake put out, and a nigga dominate for 20 fucking years of hip hop. You might, damn, like, this nigga's numbers is not the same as this nigga. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just not. And then your best success is gonna be tied to this nigga. It's like the in the Madden world, it was the Ciabatta effect. Niggas be like, yeah, I beat that nigga. It's like, but your biggest view gonna come from your matchup with this nigga, so this nigga still wins. Because that shit is tied to this nigga. In the algorithm, the niggas tied together. He said, I'm up there just saying anything. Hey, listen, bro, we'll get a whole session in. We just talking this specific subject. We'll do that shit this week. The Fallout had 1 week as #1 on the Billboard. But what I'm saying is, I listen to the Fallout. I'm a J. Cole fan. Bruh, there's never going to be a time where I get in the car or I'm finna work out and I'm going to play Kendrick Lamar before J. Cole. I like Cole music. So, like, in my opinion, I'm not telling you that like not to listen to Kendrick Lamar, or if you say you like GNX better than the Fall Off or better than or Off Season, I'm gonna be like, all right, cool, bro. But I'm saying, like, I know from Off Season to Might Delete Later to the Fall Off, I know like I'm going to listen to that more than anybody else's shit, just because I'm a fan of J. Cole. And if you say you don't listen to it, that's cool. Drake, Tory, and Chris Brown on a song with how the women going crazy. 3 Stacks was top tier, and I messed with T.I. heavy. South had so much talent. Wayne had to go to University of Houston to take English classes. I think nobody touching Wayne's mixtape run. Like when Wayne got into that mode, like Wayne was him, bro. Like, and he put on like the 2 biggest artists in the world that came behind him, which was Drake and Nicki. So it's like on that end, you gotta give Wayne the respect. Even when he was in a bad label situation, like Wayne still came out fighting. Tim Escobar, what up? I'm glad you said that as far as Wayne. Wayne wasn't enough substance for me. I feel that way about Drake too. But see, this is the thing though. It's a lot of niggas that have a lot of good substance and lyrically can do all kind of shit that can't make good songs and they beats his ass. Right? So there's niggas that don't have the lyrical substance at time, but put together great songs. Ultimately, those artists are gonna tell you, you got to be able to do both, and whoever's best at doing both typically is the biggest artist and the most successful artist. Will we all agree? That's what you get with Drake. That's what you get with Wayne. Like, that's why I can't knock Eminem. That's why I can't knock Jay-Z. Jay-Z had to dumb down his raps to hit the target of, he said, I sold five. I ain't been rhyming since like Common Sense. Like, bro, he's like, I'll stop rhyming like Common Sense because I went multi-platinum, bro. Like, I'm not going back to that shit. You know, it's the same way as a content creator. Nigga, I could be in Madden and go 100-0 and be number one on the leaderboard and still not have the views of a nigga that's more entertaining than me. So it's like, at the end of the day, like, that's how the world works. You have to find a fine balance between it. Like, Lil Wayne could do substance if he want to. Drake can do substance if he want to. I just felt like they more of like they're more into making good songs than just like giving you a super deep introspective music like you might get from J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar. And then people that like Kendrick Lamar but don't hail him as a GOAT is like, damn, I wish the nigga gave us more music. I wish he dropped more often, and I wish he gave us more hit songs or songs that like, nigga, if I wait 4 years for an album, I want to hear some shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not everybody's gonna be happy with the situation, but if you're the artist, your goal is to make music for everybody that you can still like take care of your core audience. And I think Drake kind of cheated doing this by like, man, I'm gonna give a house album for international people, because a lot of people in America probably don't even understand his international album to that extent. But it's like, that's the shit he gonna for the soccer crowd, the worldwide global crowd, the European crowd. Then he gonna have the R&B shit for the women and all that shit, and then he gonna have Iceman for the hip hop. So it's like kind of like a cheat code of the old school hip hop of, let me drop a mixtape like Fabulous would drop a mixtape for his core audience, and the mixtape would be better than Fabulous album, which would be to give the label what they wanted. You know what I'm saying? So I think he kind of had a little cheat code by dropping 3 albums to basically like suffice all 3 of the lanes that he's in. He must forgot they had to delete a lot of stream numbers from GNX because the bots they pump for it. And see, like, that's a whole nother conversation. Is like, we all know that they do that shit. Facebook did that shit with content. Bro, there's not an industry that don't inflate numbers. But when Drake exposed some parts of that shit, that's like, y'all trying to do this for contractual gain and leverage over me in a contract dispute, where you kind of like, oh, okay, I see. Because I promise you, during this rap beef in the last 2 years, I will be outside cutting grass, or I'll be working out. I have my Drake playlist going. Every now and then, Not Like Us would come on. And I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, bro, I got a Drake playlist, and this shit, like, Not Like Us might come on. Or like a song like Champagne Moments where Rick Ross will come on. I'm like, the fuck? I listen to Tory Lanez all day, nigga. Ain't nobody else coming on Tory Lanez shit when I'm playing it. I can listen to like Gunna shit and it's gonna play nothing but Gunna shit. Like, put Drake on playlist, I swear to God, it's gonna start playing some niggas that hate him somewhere in that mix. So it's like the label was taking advantage of it. It's like the Rothschilds. Like, we're gonna fund both sides of the war. We're gonna fund Israel and Palestine, and we're gonna keep the shit going because we're gonna make money off every bullet and shell casing shot. So it's like, that's what you kind of getting. Like, just like Vegas. Like, we don't like the the over under for a game is not to see who wins and loses. We all pretty much sure we know who we think gonna win. The thing is like to get as many people dead on that line as possible to make it where the house wins. He said that argument is why Kendrick is your GOAT. So Kendrick is your favorite rapper of all time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Wayne can do it when he want to, but if an artist start getting too deep, people will be like, damn, man, Nas getting too deep. Damn, man, J. Cole getting too deep. Damn, man, Kendrick getting too deep. So it's like some artists that's like, bro, if y'all don't want me to really put my time into it, it's like being a content creator, bro. I swear sometimes I put real time into editing some shit and the shit get no views. I could post the dumbest, most asinine shit and the shit go viral. Like, bro, my biggest check I ever got on Facebook was like a 5-digit check I got from a cowboy video I made. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about the Cowboys. I made a cowboy video and the shit went ultra viral during like some bonus period one time. And I got a 5-digit check from Facebook from fucking Cowboys. Of all the shit I've ever done in my career, my biggest video of all time is the fucking Cowboys. Now, I could be the person that like all my content is trolling fan bases, but then like I have to deal with that troll shit every day. So I try to make sure that my content is some shit that has something to do with me. So it's like I don't be stuck on stage, you know, kind of like when Rich Boy dropped Throw Some D's and said that was his song he hated the most. Like, nigga, you shouldn't have recorded this shit. Cause you know, like it's like if it's a female creator that do OnlyFans and have a flick out there and that shit make her the most money and what she most known for, it's like, damn, I want to have a husband, I want to have a family, but the shit I'm most known for is that flick. Like once you put it out here on the internet, shit don't go away, man. So it's like you want your content to be some shit that you believe in, you kind of true to. So it's like, as an artist, do you make something more creative that your core fan base love but it's not a global success, or do you make music for the global shit and then every now and then you can drop some introspective shit that feeds your core? He said, let's wrap Facebook up and kick, play Drake. A lot of substance legacy. Can we agree that Drake and Kendrick make different types of music though? Drake makes poppy, moody music and music for the bras mostly. Hard to sell substance is why I respect Dot. I don't agree with that. I think when Drake want to, Drake can make some shit that have you really like in deep thought. But he's a huge artist. If every song is like that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna have a whole album of that shit. Cause the reality is let me be honest with you. When you make deeply thought out shit, it go over people's heads and people don't support it. And then all the niggas that make music like that are all have to go underground and don't have the success that they want. That's true. Cause I'm not finna sit here and say that like Kendrick Lamar and Drake are in two different worlds, cause they're not. Cause think about it, when Kendrick Lamar make a West Coast album, like I'm automatically like halfway out the fence, cause like West Coast niggas have their own sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that shit don't connect with me, but I can see a West Coast nigga love that shit. So like, I think music is it's like drill rap. Like King Von and Dirk and them make some good music. FBG Duck song make me feel like I'm in the seventh gate of hell when it come on. The hair standing up on the back of my neck. You know what I'm saying? Pooh Shiesty, them niggas be on some real devilish shit, right? Every now and then you listen to them niggas saying Back in Blood till you think about like, damn, these niggas is talking about a real body. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what do I more connect with? Some introspective shit, but this shit is more shit I can get with. I don't feel like Drake and Kendrick make is in two different categories. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like saying Nas and Jay-Z don't make the same type of music, because Nas music is like more introspective. Jay-Z shit is more broader universal appeal. Like, nah, them niggas is both New York rap niggas, bro. Like, I just think Drake is probably, when we looking back on this, when niggas take their bias and they hate for Drake off, like niggas the most versatile artist, a nigga that can do R&B, can do international music, nigga can do some hardcore hip hop shit if he want to. Like nigga Drake can do everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling you, like that's what it looked like to me. Like a nigga that can do everything. Bro, these 90 minutes then flew by quick. These 90 minutes then flew by quick. We didn't talk about the Titan schedule. We didn't talk about Iceman. We didn't talk about Ramon Foster, Tennessee Titans. But I see y'all really love this Drake shit. I tell y'all what we need to do is we need to have an album listening session. We need to have an album listening session. Let's see, what's today? Tomorrow my daughters got they recitals. I gotta get up early for that shit. But maybe Saturday night, maybe tomorrow night, we pop out, and I think it's whitelisted on YouTube. I think I can listen to Drake on YouTube on the stream. And I know on Kick and Twitch I can. So maybe we cut out Facebook and just do Kick, Twitch, and YouTube tomorrow and listen to the album. And then my nigga Mo say wanna hop in and we could do some shit. But I think by the time this shit all over, when niggas like just really look at shit on a broad brush, like damn, this nigga Drake. Cause I mean, be for real. Even if you hate Drake, you have to be sitting there saying, I thought this nigga was gonna die, bro. And this nigga then popped out with 3 fucking albums. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like bro, like I really felt like niggas is just really coming to grips with it. Is like, damn, we thought this nigga was dead. Niggas is jumping and kicking on him. This nigga did some all-star JR type shit. Niggas was jumping him and the stick fell out and he started busting niggas. Pause. Like, and you know they're finna start like putting out these Drake statistics of what this rollout has done, and doing this shit all while you beefing with your own label. All right, look, I'll tell y'all what. I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes because I'm gonna cut Facebook out, right? And we're gonna turn on. We're gonna reboot. We ain't gonna do it on YouTube tonight. If y'all still around, pop out on Kick and Twitch. I'm gonna give y'all like 30 minutes. We're gonna go through some of these songs. He said he dropped 3 albums because the label not putting them boss out there for him no more. Now he dropped them 3 albums because that contract over with. He did what Pooh Shiesty should have done. Can we say that? Pooh Shiesty was bitching about coming home from jail after missing 4 years of putting out music. Is mad at Gucci. Drake did what these niggas should do. Don't say shit. Go put the work in. Drop 3 albums at one time. Bam, pop out. Cause they're gonna move the. Cause that's gonna move the goalpost for Drake. Like that's moving the goalpost. Like, damn, he's stuck in his contract and they gonna hold it over his head. Now he's gonna drop 3 albums. Now it's cause of the boss. It's always gonna be something. It don't matter what. Like if you don't like Drake, no matter what he do, you gonna be like, Drake doing this. If he do something else, Drake doing that. Like, can we just say like niggas is really thinking this nigga is dead? This nigga is not dead. This nigga is really finna do some ungodly numbers, and this nigga's gonna be out of his deal. I know he got a clause where he can't drop no more music for a certain amount of time after the contract is over because it's completed now. But bro, this shit is really crazy. I think the nigga put the 3 albums out to get out the contract, and he gives something to all 3. Cause see, Big Crit did it. Big Crit got out his contract, and then this Cadillac Ritz is the first album coming off of that after he just had the other shit. And I was like, damn, like I feel like Big Crit put the wrong music out at the wrong time. Like the double disc album that Big Crit had is the type of music he should have dropped the first shit coming off of his cause it's like the whole rap world is back in the term of like competition. Big Crit one of them niggas. So it's like if GNX is dropping and Drake coming with Iceman and the fall off is coming, like that's a situation where I feel like if you Big Crit, this your time to put out some of that real shit where like him dropping Cadillac Ritz, I'm like, bro, this ain't the time for Cadillacs and cars and shit, my nigga. Like this your time to drop that real shit. Like Forever is a mighty long time. Like that's the shit that Crit should have put out, like coming off of him getting out of his shit. When these niggas is now getting out their deals, like niggas need to save that gas and drop that real gas. He said apparently Drake is gonna drop his first independent album in the next few months. I want to see the actual like at some point somebody gonna post it. I know most labels put some shit in there where to keep niggas from like just dropping some bullshit to get out the deal and then dropping their real fire. Like I really feel like Drake first independent album, if he do drop an independent album, need to wait a little bit. Cause you got 3 albums, like nigga, I need to see more visuals. We got to get the deluxe shit. If I joined that, I'm hating out the rip. If I think he's gonna die, his fan base don't care about losing the battle. I mean, you shouldn't though. Like, who cares? Who waddles in their losses? Like, serious business. The Patriots lost to the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Patriots gotta get right back in the booth and try to win again. Eagles had an off year because they couldn't figure their shit out behind the scenes. Chiefs Chiefs went on a 3-peat, lost the 3rd game, and then didn't make the playoffs this year, and Mahomes got hurt. Nigga, the Chiefs is not worried about this year. Chiefs is like, we try and get back to saying we went to the Super Bowl 4 out of 5 the last 5 years, and that 1 year was the outlier. Like, that's how you think. Steph Curry shoot 40 jump shots and miss 40 in a row. Nigga, he thinking about the 41st jump shot gonna go straight through the fucking net for the game winner. Like, you think about, you sitting waddling your losses. Like, that ain't how you pop back. So you don't need box when you crash the spot if you can't crash the platform on box. Big Crit that dude, but like I feel like Big Crit needs somebody in his corner to tell him like when to put certain shit out. Like Big Crit have classic shit and don't drop a video to it. Like at times when he could like really have some fire shit, like I don't know. Crit be trying to be too nice and shit sometimes. I don't know. That was cold. That was crazy. That was crazy 2 times. Cause I think that's why like Drake exposing that they do use bots hurt the whole industry. Not it's like everybody fighting left-handed. Like everybody's scared to use that shit because they dock a niggas money. They did the same shit in Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg made $10 billion inflating numbers on Facebook gaming. When the shit was over, after the DEI accusations and the grand jury indictment that he had, like they was inflating the numbers to compete and to take TikTok down at work Now YouTube Shorts is bigger than the biggest Shorts platform. Facebook is trying to get some of that back that they lost, but their whole goal between Facebook and YouTube was to devalue TikTok and to take that shit down because of the Chinese interest. You see what I'm saying? Like, so it's like if I was a content creator and I thrived on Facebook when Facebook was pumping numbers, or if I was on Twitch and Twitch was pumping numbers, or like whatever platform I'm on, if people was inflating numbers because the people at the top was making more money in ad revenue, like it's good and bad for everybody. So it's like everybody playing by the same rules. So if I think Drake sabotaged the bot system because he could survive without the bot system. Like a Kanye or Drake, certain people that's that big can survive without the bot system. They don't need it, because all the record labels will tell you is just like, okay, Buddha got great content. If we bot him and put 100 views on him, he gonna do better with the extra 100 views of people coming in saying, who's the dude with 100 views, than the next person. Because there's some people you could give that bot system to, and more people come in to see that their person ain't that fucking good. You see what I'm saying? Like they can't hold the audience. So, you know, a good artist can hold the audience from a bot system. I just feel like if you take it all away, they all on the same playing field. Drake is a big enough brand. He spent $10 million on his rollout. He got the money to buy himself through not having a bot system. This is like probably the biggest rollout in hip hop history. You know what I'm saying? But you can't blame a nigga for betting on themselves, saying fuck the label. Y'all niggas talking about the label. Fuck the label. I'll do the shit myself. You gotta respect it. Even if you don't like Drake, you gotta respect it. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, even if you don't like him, you gotta respect it. And that's what I respect about Drake. Is even though he's still fighting his way through. Because it more looked like the rest of these niggas needed Drake and needed a buy system than the other way around. Some of these niggas ain't even putting music out because Drake ain't out there. Like nigga French Montana got smart. Like ain't no Drake out there, nigga. Max B came home, nigga. We on the road. Even though like Max B don't sound the way he sounded before. Like this is a good run for Max and French, but Max don't sound the way he did before all this shit. And y'all know I love some Max B shit. That was a hard way to start the album off too. That's one of my favorite songs, is that Janet shut the fuck up. Bro going in. All right. Give me like the 30 seconds on this commercial. Follow on Kick and Twitch, and we're gonna run a little bit of Drake. Hit that subscribe, like, comment, share. Tap into the daily uploads at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you missed the live streams, we got picture in picture. And if I don't get to any questions during the live streams or the pods, drop them in the comments. I'll make it part of the weekly mailbag. If you following on the blue, smash those reactions. I know you're OG. Hit that like, comment, share, tap into the daily content that is the shop. If you're new to the shop, you definitely should be tapped in on the green. No ads, up to 50 emotes free for just being a follower. You do